How out of touch can one exec be? Midnight Mass creator Mike Flanagan spills the deets on the dumbest stuff he dealt with on set. Warning, this video contains fast flashing images. Viewer discretion is advised, especially for those with photosensitive epilepsy. One of the main characters of Mike Flanagan's 2021 Netflix miniseries Midnight Mass was Riley Flynn, played by Zach Gilford, a once wealthy venture capitalist who lost everything when he accidentally killed someone in a drunk driving accident. The series was about Riley's return to his remote ultra-religious hometown to pick up the pieces and wrestle with his newfound atheism. Flanagan revealed that one of the Netflix executives, tactfully left unnamed, couldn't understand how Riley didn't have a job lined up when he returned to his small town. Recall that Riley was not only destitute, but had just been released from prison. Not only was he depressed, but ex-cons don't often have a lot of upward mobility upon their release. The executive couldn't abide by that notion and told Flanagan exactly how the character should be improved. In a now deleted thread on Blue Sky, Flanagan shared, in part, "Wish I'd kept a record of some of the gems from my time at Netflix. Bad notes are bad notes, but that place was special. I pointed out that Riley trying to find purpose and having absolutely nothing was important for how we meet the character, but they wouldn't be dissuaded. We at least need him filling out job applications." It seems that the higher-ups at Midnight Mass wanted a montage at the start of the miniseries, wherein Riley had a bunch of doors slammed in his face. The exec couldn't accept that Riley wasn't in a headspace to look for a job and that his employment status wasn't relevant to the story at large. Something in the heart of the Netflix exec insisted, however, that Riley not just sit around. Okay, so it had to be a montage. The thing about montages is that they require a lot of work. They need to be filmed in multiple locations, and each location requires a new set of actors. A 3-second clip in a montage doesn't take 3 seconds to film. When Netflix realized that, they changed their tune a little. Flanagan continued, "So we added a few scenes to the pilot script. Each one meant we had to find a new location, just for one shot of Riley asking for and filling out a job application. When they realized the impact it had in the budget to create this sequence, they let it go. Can you add some dialogue about him acknowledging that he should be filling out job applications?" We added several lines. I cut them in post.
We're gonna do great things.
Now that the job hunt was taken care of, though, Netflix insisted that Midnight Mass be scarier. It was a horror show, and to Netflix, that meant more monsters and jump scares. It seems religious and existential dread aren't great selling points. Notably, Netflix wanted to have footage of a monster killing the cats at the beginning. It shouldn't be a mystery what happened to the cats, they felt. It should be an evil supernatural angel on camera killing them. Flanagan spoke of the pressure to add scares to the series, saying, "One scene they insisted on doing as additional photography was to help explain what happened to the cats. They pitched a scene where we see the angel stalking and killing a stray cat. I hated it. They dug in though. If we don't see this, no one will understand what happened to the cats, and this will add a huge scare to the pilot." This time, Flanagan surrendered. He filmed a stalk and kill scene with a cat that he hated and felt was out of place. He likened the scene to a low-rent slasher he most certainly didn't want Midnight Mass to resemble. Ultimately, we lost the battle. So there's this scene in the first episode where we follow a cat who just walks around, and then there's a POV shot through the bushes, and then it gets grabbed out of frame. It's like a feline Friday the 13th scene. It remains the stupidest scene I've ever filmed.